It exuded confidence. That's what it brought to me. Okay? It exuded confidence. That's how I felt. Oh man. I think many people are going to be pretty shocked today. I had a great chance today to get an opportunity to watch those coordinators. But before we get started, my good friends, as you always know, we always have to start this puppy off with Big Sills. I was just talking to Xander. He goes, Sills, you check out the coordinators today. First time they were in front of the media. Heard our very own John McMullen. He goes like, and I told him, I go, you know, my takeaway was, I thought those two dudes exuded confidence. I thought they exuded confidence. I felt better now on May 9th than I did on May 8th after listening to those guys having a conversation and talking about philosophies, where they are, what they're trying to install. I felt pretty good about it. I did. Oh, by the way, let's please try to get to 250 again. We were awesome yesterday when it came to the likes. You guys have got a streak going now. It's 3 days in a row. Please hit the like button. I really, man, I'll tell you what, I came away with more confidence. Let me first get to Vic Fangio here. Listening to him, I heard him use the word compete a lot. Okay, I heard the word compete. Wow. No one ever competes in Howie's world. There are always work assignments that are handed out. I don't really think people in that locker room are going to take kindly to the type of coaching that Vic Fangio is going to have. But I think it's a needed thing. Because you know what it is? That dude sounds like discipline all over it. He sounds like an old school coach. He sounds like a guy who, hey, man, we're going to do shit that wins. I don't know what that looks like right now, but it's going to be winning. And we're going to do everything with a winning attitude. He was asked questions about Nakobe Dean. He was asked questions about, you know, certain players. And he just said, yeah, we're all going to compete here. Who are you and what did you do with Big Sills? And what did you do with Big Sills? Keel, I like it. Vic Fangio came off as an old school guy. That's right, Mac. Okay, that's right. That's why Miami didn't like him, because he was about his business and made them party animals straighten up. That's why I think Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey, I think they didn't really take to his coaching, because I don't think really the modern day player is going to take to that kind of coaching. I really liked what I heard with him. I did. The grown-ups are back in the facility. Okay, JM. That's what it sounded to me too. I mean, I'll get to Kellen Moore here in a minute. Hey, Pickin, a real coach. He sounded like that. And you know what? I was listening to him, and I felt confident. All right, he gets the benefit of the doubt. And if I'm a player, that's all I could give him on May 9th. But then also I have to do the most important thing as a defensive player. You know what I have to do? I have to give him, okay? I have to give him my blind faith. I have to give him my blind faith. I got to believe he knows what he's doing. And the first thing it comes with is communicating. And I liked it. I did. I listened to both coordinators. And here, oh my God, he said something about Bryce Huff that I thought was just absolutely a shot at the front office. What is it here? Yeah, he's a part-time player. Let's see if we can put him in situations where we can utilize him the best. You paid $18 million for a part-time player? He said, we'll see if we can drop him in coverage. We'll see if we can, I'm paraphrasing this. We'll see what we can do with him, but, you know, he's not really a frontline starter kind of guy. I was like, what? That is contradicting to the front office. You pay a guy $18 million and you're going to spot play him and situationally play him? Holy shit. Is that a downgrade from Hassan Reddick? Now, maybe Vic thought that Hassan Reddick should have been a situational player. Okay? I mean, you can also tie that in. So it's just not a shot at Huff. It may have been a shot also that he may not have thought Reddick was a every down player. But he was like, yeah, no, Huff was a part-time player. He's never been really a full-time guy. And we'll see if we can put him in situations that could be successful for him. If we have to drop him in coverage occasionally, maybe let's see if we can do that. But that's what his attitude and mentality was with Bryce. It didn't sound like that guy was a starter. It sounded like he was going to use him situationally. Maybe that's exactly what the problem was when Vic laid it out for Hassan Reddick that, hey, dude, you're not going to be a three-down guy here. That's not going to work for us. Reddick probably went, I'm a three-down guy. And Vic probably went, no, you're not. No, you're not. That easily could have been one of the reasons that you don't see Hassan Reddick on that team, because when I heard him talking about Bryce Huff, go back and listen. My takeaway was he didn't seem that he was going to be a starter, that he was going to situationally play him, and he's going to have to compete to show us that he's a three-down guy. I was like, wow, finally a coach. Finally a coach. Hey, I'm more optimistic about Vic Fangio than I was 3 days ago. After listening to him, it was good. It was good. What else did he say? Jordan Davis, the player. You know what I like? When these old school guys talk, here's what he said about Jordan Davis. He goes like this. He goes, yeah, the player's getting himself in good shape. We got to figure out how to put him in a position to succeed. That's probably why the nose tackle position, Vic wants to be able to see if this guy can go out there and perform at that position. Maybe they have been playing him out of position. Okay? You said Reddick was a Howie thing. No, I didn't. I said that the reason that Hassan Reddick is not on this team is because Vic Fangio told him, you're not going to be here. I never said that. Never. Anywhere did I say that. Just because you're a coach for a long time in this league doesn't mean you're great. I never said he was great. Fangio's been fired from everywhere. Okay. Well, I think you learn from your experiences in that league. And I think you can be fired for numerous reasons. Kellen Moore was fired in Los Angeles. Why? He was fired in Los Angeles because Jim Harbaugh wanted to bring his own people in. Now, look, I'm not sitting here saying these guys are going to work. I'm just saying I like their press conference. Okay? I liked how they sounded. Now, let me get to Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore came off as a former player who's taken his experiences from his dad being a coach and with him playing Easy State, the Cowboys, the Chargers, him evolving, talking about terminology, and I actually liked it. You know what it reminded me of? A very young Frank Reich with a propensity for detail. He seemed very detail oriented, and as an offensive guy or a guy that is going to I mean, yeah, I felt comfortable with that. I did. You got some coaches who have a direct insight to wanting to make sure that they cover all the bases and have detail. Okay? Hey, Sills, as far as you this morning, would you have Eagles win 15 games playing shitty football and getting lucky, or win 12 games playing great football and having tough losses? Hey, Big Rhythm, would you rather have, get this, think about this. Would you rather have, that's like asking me this. Would you rather have the Ravens regular season last year, or would you rather have the Chiefs season, who won 11 games? Ravens won more games. What season would you rather have? The only one that matters. Dude, one thing that's different from college and pro football, nobody gives a shit about how many wins you have. That's why your stupid 10-1 is laughable. Nobody cares. You could be 9-8, win the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. I bring it up to you all the time. You know, the one thing that I love, the Patriots are 19-0, and they got beat by a 10-6 Giants team. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Giants won a Super Bowl. Patriots are 19-1. Congratulations, you had a great season. Brady threw for 50 touchdowns, and Randy Moss had 20 touchdown catches. Did it matter in the end? No. It had no relevance to the ending. Had no relevance. Doesn't really matter. Your record only matters when it comes to home field advantage. Outside of that, and for the point of the Eagles, you've never been to a Super Bowl without having home field advantage. So it matters to you more than maybe some other teams. Okay? Sills, I like to see what more can bring for the Eagles offense. 2 top receivers, tight ends, and running back. Ibanez, I want to see what he brings to Hurts. Those other guys, I don't give a shit if they get their numbers. I care Hurts is the guy. He's the guy you invested the most in, and he's the centerpiece. Jalen Hurts is the biggest question mark on your football team this year. It's not your linebackers. Jalen Hurts is the biggest question mark. Can he lead them to a Super Bowl win? By the way, can I do something here before we get into the topics? So again, I like the coordinators. I did. I really did. I liked the coordinators and what the coordinators brought to the table, at least in their interview. I thought they were good, man. I mean, it exuded confidence. That's what it brought to me. Okay? It exuded confidence. That's how I felt.